Hello folks, the old sergeant here. This is America's Cold Civil War Flash SITREP 2018-5. In Washington, D.C. on the 11th and 12th of August 2018, Unite the Right 2 rally with Antifa counter rally. Rally to protest discrimination against whites, organized by Jason Kessler. The media, such as WUSA 9 and MSN's Vox, are presenting extremely biased coverage of the rally-goers and the event. They are reporting Unite the Right was responsible for the Charlottesville violence 1 year ago. They are calling marchers in Unite the Right alt-right, white supremacists, neo-Nazis, anti-Semites, white nationalists, and of course, racists. Some specific instructions from the Unite the Right folks is do not bring these items: guns, pepper spray, clubs, knives, any other weapons, shields, and non-approved flags. The Antifa communists and other groups are staging a counter rally. Expect false flag infiltration of the Unite the Right participants. Hello folks, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this Flash SITREP. Just some thoughts that occurred while I was researching it. I want to keep it as a short little bulletin, but sometimes I think I need to talk a little more than the bulletin. This has me slightly concerned because it is talked about and organized by Mr. Kessler as a march for whites. Well, gee, that's not going to trigger a lot of folks, is it? Now, I completely understand why somebody would march saying, hey, us whites are being screwed over. They talk about all this white privilege we have, yet when we try to go to college, the fact that we're white puts us at the bottom of the list over diversities. Got to have the diversity students in there, so it's more important that what color they are than what their scores are. Well, that sure sounds like white privilege. Same thing going on the job market. Being white is a negative. Now, if you were a disabled female black veteran, why, you can check a lot of boxes there and you can have your pick of where to go work. So I can understand why a lot of folks are getting a little irritated about all this white privilege they are told they have when they're struggling every day, sometimes multiple jobs, just to put food on the table. And then you have all these people, all these elites, showing a great deal of racist prejudice against them because they're white. It's okay. It's okay to insult whites, apparently, because I guess that's the reasons. You know, there are reasons that's okay. Now, the people that you can yell at a lot and discriminate against a lot are people like me, the old white men. But that's okay. We got big shoulders, we can handle it. So I can see why somebody might want to march about it. That just, maybe the little bit of liberalism in me is, I don't like that much. I wish they didn't go that direction. They ought to march for all conservatives, not just white ones. Because there's a lot and growing number of minority conservatives. So I don't know why he really wanted to go that route. Nevertheless, as I was researching it, I went and found WUSA Channel 9 and read their pretty biased reporting. Party line. Oh, it's those horrible people, the conservatives out there, those right folks, those right-wingers, those extreme right-wingers, those nationalists, those Nazis. Yes, it's them. They're the ones that's causing the problem. They're the ones that were responsible for the violence in Charlottesville. By the way, in Charlottesville, it was Antifa. Just like this past weekend in Portland and Berkeley, it was Antifa that was causing the violence. Where were the reporters? They were in with the conservatives, marchers, the Proud Boys, and Patriot Prayer. They were with those folks because they know they'd be safe there. They go over and try to report with the Antifa folks, and they get attacked. So, yeah. Who are the people responsible for the violence? And then I found MSN's Vox. I don't know much about them. Perhaps I should have. I have never seen such biased, nasty reporting. First of all, they start out completely biased, saying, oh my gosh, Washington's being overrun by all these racists that are going to go out and kill everybody. But I think what irritated me the most is some mysterious source they had of a meeting with Jason Kessler, and they went through the discussions that they had at the meeting, making them sound the biggest, nastiest racists there ever existed. Oh yeah, some source provided that. I bet they had a lot of fun sitting around writing that. If I was a college professor and anything like that got presented to me, they'd be expelled. This is complete and utter nonsense. And as far as I'm concerned, the people at Unite the Right ought to sue them for defamation. Everywhere I went, I saw reporting like that. Now, what they say about Mr. Kessler could be totally true. He could be a horrible individual. He could be a racist and all this other stuff. I have no way of knowing because all the reporting I saw was made up crap. When you report like that, where's the truth? No way of knowing the truth. And you're stirring up trouble and people are going to get hurt. I saw a report where they're talking about at Berkeley, I believe it was Berkeley, where this man who had been fed with all this horrible stuff about the Proud Boys and Patriot Prayer and how terrible they are and how they're coming to beat up folks and all that kind of thing. He came across with his arms up, shaking, terrified, but feeling he had to talk to the conservatives. He was met by a black conservative that told him, you can put your arms down. You can relax. You're safe here. Nothing's going to happen to you. Nobody's going to hurt you. If you want to talk, we'd love to talk. That's what we'd love to do, is do nothing but talk to folks if they would just think and talk back. And I worry about a lot of people thinking they're doing the right thing to go out and stand up against the Nazis when they're just being fed a load of bull. One little side note here, Nazis are National Socialists. That's left wing. More lies. The anti-fascists are the fascists. And even Winston Churchill said that if fascism comes, it'll be in the name of anti-fascists. And here they are. Not even hiding who they are with their flag designs and everything. You just look it up, look the history of it. You see who these people are. They're terrorists. They need to be declared a domestic terrorist organization. They need to be investigated, rounded up, and treated like terrorists. And that means Gitmo. That means military tribunals. That could mean executions. And trust me, if we start executing a few of these idiots, the rest are going to rethink their affiliation real fast. Because this is beyond civil discourse. This is actually trying to take down our republic. And it's time we did something about it on the national level. You've got to declare these people domestic terrorists. And then maybe the people on the left and the people on the right can have a dialogue and realize that they're not so different from each other. We're Americans. We're not different tribes of different races, different ethnic groups, different social statuses. The tribe we belong to is being an American. And anybody that is an American is damn lucky to be an American. Well, as always, pray for the police, all of law enforcement, our first responders, our military. Pray for the President of the United States. Pray for Congress. Pray for the justices of the Supreme Court. Pray for the United States of America. And as always, stay vigilant.